Wow. So let me tell you, let me clear something. First of all, who in the hell gonna have a naked basketball game? That's not accurate. Nobody have a. So let me explain. First of all,
Jaguar Wright has been accused of telling stories that sometimes could be lies or are completely truth. This time it's about Jamie Foxx allegedly playing basketball completely naked. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan, or according to her. And now, actor Tyrin Turner, the same dude from Menace to Society, is stepping up to clear it all up. Fair use. Shout out to Art of Dialogue, always with the heat.
Crazy, man. But looking at this Jaguar Wright interview, she also alleging that Jamie Foxx be having naked basketball games at his house. Is there any truth to that?
wow. So let me tell you, let me clear something. First of all, who in the hell gonna have a naked basketball game? That's not accurate. Nobody have a. So let me explain. First of all, I remember a basketball game, right? I do remember a basketball game. But so listen, so at the basketball game, it was actually a basketball game. It wasn't like dudes and it just playing basketball naked. No. It's just like how when you play basketball and horse, it was horse. So say you got some girls and guys in this horse, and you're playing horse and you miss. And somebody be like, may take off a ring or you try to take off a shoestring, you try to take off everything, but because you're playing a game. So it really was a game of horse that was like, oh, if you miss something, take a sock off or not nobody just going outside playing no naked ass basketball. So so all right, just for a second, who will actually play a naked basketball game? Like,
We gotta continue shortly after this one. I don't know who's telling the truth. Was Jaguar telling the truth, or is this guy just doing the potato situation? Let's break this down, man.
I was just about to say, man. I thought, he didn't help. I think he thought in his mind that he's going to say something that's better, but it's not actually better. So I have two questions when I heard that story. And of course, guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. But yeah, KaiR, so two things that I thought about as I was listening to the story. First and foremost, I have played horse countless of times. Usually it was just for fun. It can be for bragging, right?
Wait. Don't forget the disclaimer. Not at Jamie Foxx's house, right?
Not at Jamie Foxx. I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
So I did it for fun. I did it for bragging rights. We used to make difficult shots. And for those of you who don't know, guys, horses, when you have two players, usually you have two, you can play with more. But the first one tries to make a trick shot or tries to just make a shot. And the others need to follow him. And if you follow him, then you don't get a letter. But if you follow him and you make the shot exactly the way he did, then nothing happens. But if you miss, then you get an H, you get a letter, and then you get the ORSE, and by then you have horse, you lose, right? So that's the game. And if the first one misses, then the next one will become the player who can determine which move, right? You would want to score with. Now, I've played it for fun. I've played it for bragging rights. I've even played it for money. I've never played it for clothes. So that's the first thing. This is the first time I heard about it. And if you tell me that it's like Neo playing basketball with his 4 concubines, that's a different story. But
it's a different story.
But Tyrin is talking about women and men, so it's a bit like it's a bit wilder. But hey, it can happen. I don't know. But that's the first. But that's the first remark I have.
Okay.
The second remark. Well, let's make it 3 because the second remark I have is when Tyrin spoke. Tyrin is his name, right? He said, "No, who's playing basketball? We were playing horse." I mean, that's like semantics, right? Does it really matter? I think it doesn't matter if you're playing that, soccer, football, table tennis. The issue isn't the sport; it's the nakedness. But the third point, KaiR, which is actually more of a question, I guess. They're playing horse. I'm just wondering how do they spell it? So do you get a W first? A WHOR? How do they spell it? That's my question, because that's like a different kind of game. And he asked the question, who would play horse naked? Depending on how you spell it, there are enough people who are willing to play horse naked. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's continue watching what else he has to say about this.
Hey man, we finna go
KaiR.
outside. We ain't got no. We just naked. We gonna. That sound corn. Come on, man. By the way, this is 20 some years ago for the record. Like, so you know how guys are. They're kind of like, man, we got some girls. How we go, man? We just trying to have some fun. You know what I mean? So you just like, what can we do? It's like how somebody play Truth or Dare, or somebody play, you know, all these little taboo games that people play. So it was like, okay, let's play horse. So that means HORSE. So if you miss, you take something off. Hey, women, did y'all agree to that? Yeah, that's fine with us. You know, that's all it was. It wasn't no alcohol. It was just a game of horse with females. Horse. Now, if it was all boys, then I could understand how everybody would be irritated. Like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Cause in your opinion, you thought it was like just boys playing basketball or something? Is that how you took it?
Yeah, I thought it was all dudes.
Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. But hey, basically what he's saying is they were trying to set up the ladies, and the ladies were willingly participating in the setup.
I guess
Because
so.
I don't think 20 years ago there wasn't a WNBA team, right?
Yes, there was, right? Because they've been losing. Yeah, if they've been losing
they've
money
been losing
20
for
years in a row.
25 years.
So that, yeah, if they've been losing money 25 years in a row. KaiR, I saw somewhere that the NBA, I don't know if this is true, but I believe I saw it in a real, on a legitimate channel, but that the NBA saves. Oh yeah, it was on Valuetainment. I remember now. The so the WNBA saves money when the women don't play.
Well, they are losing. So technically, that's not really that big of a stretch or to think about, because I mean they're losing money. What was it? 50. It's 50 right now, right? 50 million a year. Or
Oh
40.
yeah, like that, yeah.
Yeah, so right now they're losing 40. So guess what? If you're not playing, I don't have to pay anyone. I don't have to pay the fights, because they're getting private PJs. They're flying PJ these days. Private flights to games. And sometimes we probably 10,000 people watching, paying $5 a ticket. How could you cover that? But hey, it's crazy, RJ. Let's walk through it real quick, man. Would you say that? So this is the problem sometimes I have with Jaguar, is that sometimes she tends to blend things into each other. Truth and lies, half truths, half lies, as she tells stories, she might have not seen herself, but heard in the industry. So she's like a ASAP Telly kind of situation. So she's basically said that back in the day, Jamie Foxx had his thing where his boys would hoop together in nude. So basically, by him telling the story, that's incorrect, right?
So I don't know if it's incorrect here, because if you're playing horse, so let me play like the devil's advocate. If they're playing horse and they're taking off their clothes, it's highly probable that at some point during a game, you have a bunch of dudes in their underwear.
They're playing against the girls, right? That's what he said.
No, he said they're playing horse. Horse means that they're not playing against each other. It's just trick shots, for example. Let me just put it like that, trick shot. They're not really playing
against girls.
Each other.
Well,
yeah, but not really playing against each other. There's no defense getting...
Dude, you're trying to score. Just because rally...
And they're trying to play horse.
You're not driving... Just because when you're... rallies, right? Rally, you're driving against yourself, against the time. Just because you're not technically defense and offense doesn't mean that you're not playing against each other. You're trying to keep your clothes on. So you're playing against someone who's trying to also keep their clothes on, right?
Well, you're assuming that there aren't dudes there who want to take their clothes off and missing shots.
Well, you're right on that one. You're right. Yo. You don't know. You're right. You don't know who's.
And the thing about Jaguar is
what?
The thing about Jaguar is, aside from the fact that she's a great singer, when she talks convincingly.
Definitely.
But she also has she talks with a lot of emotions, whether it's true or not. So, and the thing is it a lie if there were at certain points dudes playing? You're talking about rallies, right? So that's actually proving the point, proving Jaguar's point. They weren't playing defense against each other, but if you're considering them playing horse naked, playing naked basketball, then she didn't lie. Because there are a lot of games that you can play basketball. I mean, the conventional way is of course the 5-on-5, but then now you have 3-on-3.
The way she said it, the way she said it sounded like 5-on-5 naked. All ninjas. I'll be honest, RJ. I've seen the interview. It sounded like 5-on-5, all ninjas, no wait, ladies there on some fan stuff.
No zone defense. Everyone's playing man-to-man.
Ain't no one trying to block anything. It's like the All-Star game.
No one's trying to shoot from 3. Everyone's trying to go down the hole.
This is not a Diddy basketball game. Those are different ones. Diddy would even stand on his toes to lift up their spirits. Let's put it this way. No, but hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. But you would say she is talking half-truths. So that's the problem.
Half-truths are still full lies.
That's the problem. Or she doesn't know. She's heard the story, and now she's retelling the story without having all the information. That's the biggest problem a lot of times. I think she's trying to do the right thing, but Jaguar sometimes is a very conflicted person.